in those. It was a group of guys, young males. I think most of them were 17, one of them was 16. They had one gun. They approached a person on Park Drive and on Crescent Hill. One with a gun. I think they took a cell phone, a couple other items. We were able to get a good description. One of the victims said that one of them had a pink backpack. Officers went into the park, was able to locate that pink backpack, which had the firearm used to commit the robbery. So we were able to lock all of those perpetrators up. Like I say, I think only one of them was a juvenile. The other four were 17. I think most of them were 17. One of them was 18.
I'm in the meeting right now.
So, I'm sorry.
Call you back.
Oh. Excuse me. I think that was a win for the home team. We were able to get some bad guys off of the street, and I think that most of it was just misled juveniles. Maybe we could put, maybe they can go away and get some rehabilitation and come back out ready to get a job, right? And not take things from those that work hard. But other than that, I mean, we had a couple burglary incidents at the Good Work Loft office. We had a break-in there. They broke into a couple offices within that building, and we had a break-in at the pet at the Highland Pet store. But they didn't take anything. I think they broke the window first, and then I guess they realized they couldn't get in the window if they wanted to live. And so they pried the door open, went in and moved a couple pieces of furniture around, but no cash, nothing but bird feed, dog food, things like that. So other than that, I mean, it looks really bad, but overall, it's good. I don't know, maybe you can't picture that, but it looks bad, but overall it's really good. I think that crime is at a level that can, that we normally see during this time of the year, but we don't have a lot of violent crime. We're seeing a lot of property crime, a lot of crimes of opportunity, so that's good for the holiday season in this time of year. So we're going to continue to target, target those areas that are experiencing vehicle break-ins. That's something that we struggle with all year long, and see if we can't, get a hold of it. But I mean, that's really the only thing that we're having a problem with. So, any questions?
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you all have any communication with UPS or the Postal Service? Like, I've had a couple things taken off of my porch, and then just like how they're delivering stuff, like leaving it like right inside of a gate at the corner, like not putting it in a proper location. I think it's with their volumes, they're obviously it's kind of being quick,
Yeah,
but then it's like right there, and I think that's what we're seeing a lot of on the listservs is everybody getting there.
And that's one of the things that we deal with, especially during this time of the year. But I think we get it a lot throughout the year. We're encouraging, residents to just, really, it's the residents or the person who's receiving the delivery's responsibility to kind of say, hey, come up with a more creative way, at least make an attempt. I know I've been in some meetings that say, yeah, I tell them to take it around back, but they just throw it on the porch.
Yeah.
I was looking at the news today, and they were saying, that UPS and FedEx, they're giving customers the option to drop the package off at, some of their stores. If you have a local FedEx store or a local UPS store, you can go pick it up from there. But I mean, we are aware of the problem. Sometimes I ride through the community and I say, oh, that's an Amazon box. I wonder what's in it, I mean, because it's just sitting there. It's like Amazon, most times it's electronic. So, maybe it's an iPhone. You know, sometimes I get curious and I just want to see what's in it, you know. But that is a problem, you know, and that's, you know, that's one that we're trying, that we're trying to do our part by increasing visibility and just putting that information out to the, you know, to the residents to see if we can't do something different. But that is a problem. That is a problem. So.
I would just also add, we do have a safe package delivery. So you can have packages delivered to Urban Body, you can have packages delivered to Morningside, Morningstar storage, or obviously to your office, your neighbor's house. I'm almost home.
Yeah, that's what they said on the news. I can't remember what outlet I was looking at, but they did say, you know, you can have them delivered at work, which is probably the safest option. But yeah, we definitely need to be more creative as it pertains to our package delivery, because that is a problem that we run into, and I mean, we can't necessarily levy charges unless, you know, we actually see the crime in progress, or we get some type of video or eyewitness testimony after catching the bad guy. If we get video, we can do a press release on it, and hope somebody call and say, yeah, I know that's John Doe, you know, from the west side. Right? But that's not likely to happen as well. So I think the best course of action and the best line of defense for that is just to be creative with our delivery, so that it's not being delivered on the front door.
Great, well, thank you so much, Lieutenant Floyd. We really appreciate you coming to our meeting and providing us with these updates.
And before I leave, we still doing the toy drive. We have 100 families this year. It's went to 50 to 100. So, you know, that's more kids, so that's more toys, and that's more responsibility for the community. So please drop a brand new toy, toddler to 14. You can drop it by the precinct, at the ERD, Edgewood Retail District. I know some of you guys don't go to the Edgewood Retail.
And at John Wolfinger's front porch.
Exactly.
Great.
And yeah, or call me and I'll come pick it up.
Thank you so
All
much.
right,
We
thank you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it. Happy
Have a good evening.
holidays. Okay, we are continuing on our agenda that we're bouncing around. A few items. I was going to give a quick report on Summerfest, but there really isn't much to report, so we'll be providing a report next month as we get going for Summerfest 2017. Safety Committee, is there any
I'll be
report?
very brief. We're continuing with two projects, one of recruiting some more street captains and the other of analyzing where we are on the security cameras. We are also going to try to do a sort of lighting assessment on, we're going to try one or two streets just to see if we can identify any spots that may need some more lighting, and especially where people are, where pedestrians are coming back from the bars and restaurants. Just sort of start as a pilot and see where we are in terms of if we identify any spots that need more lighting, maybe working with the residents or businesses to, or the power or whoever to improve it in that area.
Great, thank you, Eleanor. Next thing is the Communications Committee. Kay and Cindy, do you want to give an update on the survey?
So the survey closed last night at midnight, so obviously we haven't analyzed the data yet. We had over 400 responses, which is really outstanding, better than we expected. So using all of the channels to make sure everybody knew about it, I think was really effective. So hopefully before next month, we'll probably have results that we can share, but we'll definitely be writing about it and talking about it at the next board meeting as well.
Okay, great, thank you. I guess the last thing, we have Ken Halden here. He comes to our meetings periodically, and in addition to being my neighbor on Crest Hill, he is on the Piedmont Park Conservancy Board. So Ken, is there anything you want to share?
Mainly here to listen and make sure if there's anything we need to be exchanging on. I'm here to provide that conduit for you. Someone asked for some help with the tour of homes publicity.
Yes,
Robin, I think.
Robin Radlin, yes.
I hope something came through on that. There was a question about could we place signage in the park? Fact of the matter is, signage has a lot of limitations. So banners and things like that, you probably won't see them. You may see the ones that are on the poles, but those are part of a city authorized approach. So the Conservancy doesn't control signage, but obviously happy to promote, and I think our social media folks might have provided some support for tour of homes.
Yes, we did see that, yes,
So
so thank
anyway,
you.
did what we could. Virtual signage, I guess, would be the
Yes.
case. A few things, I have a lot of volunteer hours over there just from a news standpoint. 460 volunteers during November alone, 1,400, almost 1,500 volunteer work hours. A lot of trash removals, pickups, that kind of thing have been occurring. What else can I share with you? Has everybody seen the reading circle, which is on the far side? That's a new thing that was set up. It's really nice, check it out if you have it. It's toward the 12th Street gate, but it's actually a carved out area for groups and just serenity when you're over in that area. 7,000 flowers were added by the ops team. That's part of another beautification piece. Finally, last thing is there's going to be new membership sort of structures going into the new year that we're working on now. Be happy to share those with you kind of next year, or maybe when we get back together again. And it should provide another way of kind of thinking about how you might provide park support through that means. But if you all are hearing anything, please let me know through Jennifer or whomever. If something's more breaking than between meetings, just let me know and I'll be glad to check it out.
Great, thank you so much, Ken.
All right, thank you, Jen.
Okay, well that takes us through our agenda. So this is our last meeting of 2016. We have a lot of exciting things coming up in 2017. And we're definitely going to be looking to increase our community outreach and increasing volunteers. So we would appreciate everybody's help with that and finding people who can help volunteer for all the projects we have. So with that, we're adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.